Hi, YouTube land people. So a few weeks ago, I had a call from a downtown hotel where parking is almost near to impossible. So I asked my client if he would send me an Uber Lyft, and he had no problem doing that. So I explained to him that you give them I gave him my name to give them. I have a stage name that I use, first and last name, stage name. And I gave him the address where I was to be picked up, which is an address not very far from my house. It's actually like a little enclave, business enclave. And it looks kind of like an apartment, but it's not. It's a business enclave. It's like you got a gate, and then you got like a courtyard, and then you got all these little businesses, and that's what they are. It could have been like a little condo maybe at one time, but now it's a business. So anyway, that's where I always have Ubers pick me up, because I don't trust Uber drivers. To me, they could be anybody. They're just strangers in cars, driving people around. That's all they are. And I wouldn't want an Uber driver to know where I live, especially if they live around in my neighborhood. That would be horrible. I don't like I would not want anyone even within 2 or 3 miles of my house to even know, that I'm an escort. So anyway, I go and I wait at the location, and this driver was fine. I mean, he got me there, but he kept making these weird turns because of the what do you call that recording thing? Not recording, but when it tells you, I forget the GPS voice. You know how it'll say turn right the next mile or whatever. You know that one. I hate those things. I would not have one of those. But it kept telling him to turn when he shouldn't be turning, because it was taking him like the long way around where there's actually more traffic. And if he would just keep going straight, because I'm not that far, okay, from the hotel. And I told him, I said, look, if you could just go straight down this road, you're going to be right there. That's where the hotel is. I said, instead of keep turning because there's too much traffic. So finally he listened to me. But this isn't really the strange one. The strange one comes after this one. So I see my client, everything's good. Nothing unusual to report on that. Then he's nice enough, he calls me the other for the ride back, because I require both rides to and from my destination. And so the Uber driver was just like right there. Like he goes, I went out and we were laughing about it. I'm like, wow. I go, you got here quick. And he's like, oh yeah. He goes, I was just right there, like right on the corner when I got the call. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's never happened before. Because normally, I don't know, I wait sometimes 10 minutes or more for an Uber. But anyway, he seems nice enough at first. And we just kind of laughed a little bit about how fast it was. And then that's it. I don't like talking to people. I just want to get back to my, location, which was, again, the same address. Because again, I don't would never give my address to an Uber driver or a client. I never do that. So I'm just being really quiet. I'm not saying anything. I'm kind of looking away from him, like he's sitting here and I'm looking kind of like this. But then I noticed out of the corner of my eye, he keeps staring at me like he's like constantly. And every single chance he would get, he would start staring at me, and it started making me feel really uncomfortable. Like I'm thinking, what is he doing? He keeps looking at me, and I'm trying to look away from him, but then I kind of look back and I notice, and he looks at me again. Finally, after about 10 times of him doing that, he goes, can I ask you something? And I had a feeling it wasn't good. Okay. Like I started shaking my head like this, like I'm thinking, this isn't right. He's already making me uncomfortable. And now he's looking at me and saying, can I ask you something? I'm thinking, this is not good. And he's not my type. Okay. I definitely don't want to be head on by this guy. And anything he's going to ask me, it can't be good, because you don't say that. You don't say, can I ask you something? Okay. That can't be a good question. So I'm just like looking at him going like this. And he asked me anyway. He says, "Are you an escort?" And I just said, "No." And I kind of like left it at that. I didn't say nothing more. I'm just like, "No," thinking, don't ask any more questions. I'm thinking, don't bother me. I just want to get home. I almost wanted to say, you know what, you can just let me out right now, but I didn't want to walk. And I just stayed as quiet as I could. And as soon as he turned the corner, about a block away from where the address was of the business, I'm so glad I didn't see. This is why I would never give my address out. I said, "Oh," I go, "you could just let me out here. I have to go to the store anyway." And I just got out as quick as I could. I just wanted to get out of that car as fast as I could. And if he thinks he knows who I am, and if he thinks that he knows what my address is, well, he's in for a big, big surprise, because guess what? I would never give out my address. And that just confirmed everything, that you never want to give out your address, especially to Uber drivers. They're nosy. They're told propaganda lies, and they're told to report on sex workers. I'm not even kidding you. That's what they are told. They are told to report if they come across sex workers. So you know what? Never, ever, ever give out your address if you're a sex worker to an Uber driver, because if they suspect, if they look at you and they might think, because you never know, they could just, on their free time when they're sitting there waiting for another call, they could be on their smartphone, right, scrolling through all the pictures of all these, escort ads, right, and they probably look at them, oh, that one, oh, and then he probably, I don't know how. I mean, don't these people have a life? Maybe not. They're driving for Uber. What kind of life is that? Okay. Take care. Oh, give me a thumbs up if you like these videos, and smash the bell for my next video. Yeah, take care.